guys, welcome back. So today's video is the requested my nighttime skin routine. I've been running like a mad woman all day today. It's 9:30. I'm just going to show you how I take my makeup off and in what steps I do my skincare. I've been rubbing my face a lot, so I'm pretty much missing makeup all right here. So first thing I do when I'm getting unready is I take my eyelashes off. I just pinch them between my two fingers back here and just pull towards the inside. You want to make sure that you are not pulling off your eyelashes, so you have to use a good glue. Next I'm going to change into some pajamas so I don't get water and things on my clothes. Once December hits, I am in flannel pajamas because I'm freezing, and it's a tradition in my family. Every Christmas, my mom gets us pajamas, and since we've been older, we always get the only thing I will ever buy from Victoria's Secret because I have banned that store for putting me in the wrong size bra for 30 years of my life. These are always our little jammy sets. Me, my mom, my sister all have matching. Okay, first things first, let's get our hair out of the way. If your hair is in your face while you're trying to wash it, or you're dipping down like that, getting your hair wet, it's really annoying. I love these kind of alligator clips. If you guys have never seen them, they bend open like this so they can accommodate your hair without sliding out like most just flat duckbill combs do. I'm gonna take off my watch. I know this may seem like a lot of steps, and that's because it is. I really like to take this time. It really unwinds me after having a hard day. That it's some pampering for yourself. I understand a lot of moms are busy. I like to think though that this time at night the kids maybe are in bed sleeping and you can spend a little time on yourself, which it's nice. It's nice to do. So first thing I like to do is remove my eye makeup. You guys know I will not tug on my eyes. I cannot stand doing that. You want to use an oil-based makeup remover unless you have sensitivity to oils. Some people think all the time like, oh, I want oil-free, oil-free, oil-free. Not really. Even if you have oily skin, I mean, it's what you're doing at night, and we're going to cleanse this off. So I'm going to use this micellar water. This is by Bioderma, and this is the Sensi Bio, which is the one for sensitive eyes or sensitive skin. What this basically is these are tiny little kind of like oils suspended in water. You can't really see it, but what that does is, like we've talked about, like attracts like. So this is going to help remove eye makeup, those eyeshadows that have oils in them, waterproof makeup. I just get a little on a cotton. I like to use cotton pads instead of balls because balls soak up more of the product. And I'll just kind of put it on my eye for a minute, and then I just wipe away. Do you see how quickly like that takes? I mean, I do have some purple staining on my eye right now, but you just wipe gently. You don't want to be tugging on your eye. That purple eyeshadow I used, it was an Anastasia Beverly Hills one. It kind of stained my eyelid. Then I will just turn it over onto the other side and do the other side because it dampens it right through, just to save product. I mean, you can use another one if you want. Next, I'm going to go in with my face wipes. These are not Neutrogena. This is just the case I have. I like to keep them in there. My favorite makeup wipes are the Pond's. The pink ones are actually my favorite, the luminous clean ones. But the grocery store across the street was out of those, so I just got the blue ones. I like these over any makeup wipe I've ever tried because it doesn't irritate my skin. And if you can see, these have texture to them, opposed to the super smooth ones. Like I used to use Neutrogena ones, and I've used a few others, but these take off my makeup the best. So now I'm just gonna go over my face. You could go it right in with your Clarisonic or whatever cleaning device you use, but I feel like that still is going to leave stuff behind. So this is just what I like to do. And you can see that coming off. I don't think that that's too much. I mean, I try not to wear a really heavy foundation. Again, guys, the more you take care of your skin, the less makeup you have to wear. Like, I love eye makeup. I'll cake that on all day. But I don't like I've been trying out that Marc Jacobs foundation, and I'm gonna review it for you guys, but I can tell you already, I don't like it. it's way too full coverage. If you have problematic skin that you're trying to cover up, it could be a good foundation for you, but it starts to cake on my nose and my chin because it's just too thick. Make sure you get your jawline all up in your hair area. We are now makeup free. And I actually like to just keep this on my counter while I do wash my face, because sometimes if I have any more eye makeup for some reason that didn't come off, it happens to be sometimes with eyelash glue, because most eyelash glues are latex based, so it's more like a plastic and they can get stuck. I'll show you after. Because my bathrooms are the size of porta potties, I'm going to do it right here for you guys. I've already talked about this like 8 trillion times. I have a whole video on my skincare, as well as this versus the Foreo Luna Mini, and I picked this one all day long. So next what I'm gonna do is go on with some face wash. I've tried a million face washes, and this one is my favorite. I have it hanging upside down because I'm almost out. This is my Obagi. This is the C Cleansing Gel. This is packed with vitamin C, which in all honesty, it's not on your face that long and you kind of wash it down the drain, but I find this one, it does not strip my skin and make it feel really dry and cracked. It does help brighten my complexion. I really like this. This is by Obagi. You do not need a prescription to buy this. I will link this below. Some of the places you get, like Derm Store, Skin Store, brands like that, I'll link below. Normally when you go on their landing page, you'll have like a 20% off coupon or something, so always utilize those. So what I'm going to do is just put a small dollop, just like that, not too big, on the back of my Clarisonic. Then I'm going to use this in the zones. So the first zone is your chin and nose. It's going to beep. You move to your forehead. It's going to beep. You do one cheek. It's going to beep, and you move to the other cheek, and then you're done. I'm going to speed through this so you don't have to sit here the whole time. Now it's done, I'm just gonna go wash my face. Now I just wanna pat your face dry. Don't leave it to air dry. If you are dry like me, you'll experience transepidermal water loss, which is basically the water on your skin as it starts to evaporate. It draws out the moisture in underneath your skin, and it can make you even more dry. Also, what's important to know on that Clarisonic, do not jam that on your face and get really rough. It should just, the bristle should just make contact with the surface of your skin, and you should buff in circular motions very gently. Let the pulsation do all the work. So you see right here where I was talking about, I got a little more of that purple that was kind of staining my eye. This is when I go in with that makeup wipe and just get the remnants of that off. Next step is one that I feel like people really overlook, is to tone your face. Okay, back in the day, toning used to be to literally firm and tighten your face. It was a really stinging kind of like astringent. That's what they thought it was doing, but it was really just drying your skin out more. Then it was really meant to, it's not supposed to be, it should never be a stinging astringent. Like if you guys are familiar with like Sea Breeze and some of those other, I actually work for Sea Breeze, but it can sting. It shouldn't. What it came to mean for a while too was it was supposed to rebalance the pH of your skin to prep it to accept the other steps that you were gonna put on. Nowadays, most facial cleansers are at a good pH that it shouldn't be stripping your skin really down. So basically what I use this for to moisturize. This has been my all-time favorite. The ingredients on here are killer. This is kind of expensive. This is made in Japan, and this is called, this is basically a CoQ10. They call it a lotion, but it is a toner. It comes in this purple container. I believe they have it in 2 sizes. I will link it below. It's all pretty much in Japanese on the back. But what I do is I just take a little bit of this. I put it on my pad like this. And this is basically gonna help just moisturize and replace some antioxidants onto your skin. So I'll just go lightly over my face like that. Refreshing and nice. Doesn't burn, doesn't tingle. just getting some moisture and vitamins down on your skin. That has CoQ10 in it, which is excellent for your skin. Now, here is where I'm going to show you guys the order I like to do it in. So the way I think about it next is this is when I'm going to chemically exfoliate. Some people did tell me on the side of that Sunday Riley duo that it said to put the oil down first and then the good genes. Now let me explain my rationale behind this. Which other brands you'll hear them, they tell you to do opposite, exfoliate then oil. The way I look at it is you're putting an acid on your face that is supposed to be eating away the top dead layers. So if I were to put an oil on first and then that acid, it's almost like it would eat up the oil and everything good that I just put down. So if I put the acid on first and it breaks up that dead skin and kind of sloughs that off, then I go in with the oils and moisturizers and things that can then better penetrate my skin. So that's what I like to do. It's best if you experiment and see what works best for you. One thing that is very important to note is you need to make sure your face is completely dry before you go in with an AHA or a BHA. The reason for that is when water is on your skin, it enhances penetration of anything else that you put on top. So if my face was still wet and I went on with this AHA, it could potentially cause irritation because it's penetrating that much deeper, which it's already going to get pretty deep. So these three are the ones I use the most, and actually I use my Algenist sometimes too, and that's in my bathroom. I'm gonna tell you the truth, guys. I'm gonna do a whole review. I've been trying to use this. I noticed my skin, you guys can tell in some of the videos, my makeup was caking on my chin again. It was getting dry around my nose. So I just went out and I bought a replacement of the Good Genes. I had to. I'm gonna still give this guy a chance. I'm gonna do my review back to back with these. I'll go through ingredients in both. I'm gonna list pros and cons of both. I will do all of that. Since my skin has been really dry, I used this last night and my makeup is already laying better on my chin and everywhere. So I'm gonna go in with my Good Genes today. But if you want to use the Dennis Gross Alpha Beta peels, if you wanna use the Drunk Elephant, if you wanna use any AHA or BHA you have, use it right now. With that also, I have a whole video on those guys. I will link below. I like to put a little on my finger and just kind of dot it on and then rub in. Should kind of try to rub in upward motions. You don't need any help pulling down on your skin. Gravity will already do that for you. I'm gonna do a whole video on how I do facial massage too. I do those some nights, mud masks some nights. It's not part of my nightly routine. If you guys want me to do like a Sunday through Saturday, kind of like what I do every day of the week, because I do have a very regimented routine, I can do that too. So now you wanna give this complete time to dry. So like when you're feeling it's a little tacky, the first couple times you use this, you probably are gonna feel a tingle. I can say with the Drunk Elephant, I felt a tingle one day. Oh, and this is important. You have to shake this every time you use this to reactivate the ingredients in here. That is something the first time I didn't do, and I was like, I don't feel anything. And then I read the directions on the back again. So make sure you shake this every time. I don't use this every single night. I use it as I see fit, how I want. If I start to notice that I have any discoloration or anything like that. When I was in Arizona, I stayed at my friend Kelly's house, and I just crashed in her pajamas, and I left all my stuff at Keegan's brother's house. So I didn't have like my Clarisonic, my face wash, my face stuff. I was like, ugh. So I did get a few blemishes, I blame, that night, because I didn't properly wash my face. So I like to go on, it's really bright, so you might not be able to see it. This is called Obagi Clear. This is a skin brightener, not to be confused with skin bleaching. What this is going to do, you wanna take a small amount like that, is correct any discoloration you have on your face. So it helps correct freckles, sunspots, anything like that. This is something you need a prescription for. You need to see a specialist. I would not just buy this yourself. When you guys go in, you may think that it's super expensive to see like a dermatologist or something. Go into a med spa. You can do a facial for like sometimes $80 to $100, depending on where you are, and tell them that you're interested in some of these products, and they can make you the right proper face cocktail recipe that will suit your needs. I cannot stress enough how important I believe it is to go see a specialist. They will point out things to your skin that you had no idea, and you'll probably leave there and want to cry, because originally that's what I did. She was like, wow, you have lots of dry patches on your cheeks, and I had a brown spot on my lip from discoloration, and all these things I left like, ooh. But what that really did was it helped get me going in the right direction, and now I know what my skin was lacking, what I need to maintain it, and further down the road what I need to keep doing to make sure that I'm being aggressive with my anti-aging. Now is the time where I prefer to go on with my prescription strength retinoid. Tretinoin, I believe is how you say it. I use it in the 0.05%, which I believe is the medium. There's like a low, medium, high in this. This might be actually the lowest. I'm not sure. This is Obagi 2. This is prescription strength only. You can find it online. Do not buy it online. Don't buy it online. You don't know if it's knockoff. You don't know if it's expired. You do not want to be putting expired stuff on your face. No, no, no. Especially things like this. Any acne medication, always check the expiration date. If it's an acne medication and it has ingredients like that, it will have an exact expiration date on it. It's not going to be a jar, because products like that are regulated by the FDA. If you use something like this, you don't want to use something like Luna on the same night, because this is a retinoid, this trans ester retinol, and this is basically like, this is a prescription strength. What a retinoid is the acidic form of vitamin A. This is going to go on and help turn over your skin. So basically how it does that is it causes inflammation in your skin. So it's going to be a very rough few months when you start this. Like I had 2 months where I looked like a scaly lizard. So you have to stick with it though, and the benefits will really outweigh those 2 crappy months that you had. But now what I do is I do have permanent cosmetics. I want to keep that away from my eyebrows because that will lighten them. I also want to make sure that I avoid the cracks of my nose and my chin, or my face will get very dry. At this point, what I do, since I constantly exfoliate, is like right here I have a little blemish and I have a little one right there. So what I will do is just touch this on very, very small like that. Let me zoom in for you guys. See that? And then I'll just tap it in. And what that really does is typically it will drastically improve blemishes that you may have, because again, this is going in and helping those skins regenerate and turn over. What you can do too is, this is another Obagi product. This is called the blender. How they recommend to use this if you're using it all over your face is to put a small dollop of this on the back of your hand, mix in a small dollop of that, and then put it all over your face. Again, these aren't steps. Oh, sorry, this is the blender. This is the number 5 step. These aren't steps that I do every single night. Oh, by the way, this is part of the Nu-Derm line of Obagi. You can tell the difference. Here is Nu-Derm, and then this is this clarifying C serum. I like their face wash better. Now's the time I'm going to go in with my antioxidants. So for that, I absolutely love this Codalil C15 detoxification oil. I've read mixed reviews on this. I can say the good outweighs whatever potential. It is kind of fragrant. If you have super sensitive skin, that could cause issue with you, I'm not gonna lie. I've never had an issue with it. I miss this when it's not in my routine. I love this oil. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just put a few drops on the back of my fingertips, and I'm going to press this into my skin. Do not pull on your face, guys. It's really important. I know that seems so silly, like what could it hurt? But there are women in their 60s that pay thousands of dollars a year for filler, Botox, all these things. If you take good care of your skin to begin with, it will be a much easier road as you get older. So now you see, obviously my face is shiny. You want that to kind of like give it a minute for your face to start drinking that in. And this is what I look like when I go to bed. I kind of am shiny, but I don't care because I wake up and my skin is baby soft. Now after that face oil is when I will go in with one of my my 3 Sunday Riley oils. So Luna, since I just use that retinoid in spots, I'm not going to use this because this has one. On nights that I don't use that and I feel like maybe it looks like I'm getting any texture on my skin or something, I'll go on with this. And sometimes I just go on with it all over because I want to do a little amplified anti-aging. Or I will go on with one of these. I am almost completely done with this. I'm impressed that I finished an entire face oil. The Flora is a little more moisturizing. If you have more mature skin, you might like this. I find the Juno beautiful. I think it does a really great job of brightening my complexion, and I really like that. So I just have a little more left. Put a dropper on my back of my, rub it in. And this one, since I already have that oil down on my skin, my face is a little slippery. I do want to say, guys, you guys know too, you don't need all of these. I'm just showing you what I personally do. I know my product use is completely over the top, but I've had very problematic skin. This has really made a difference for me. I don't have the issues that I used to have, and it's been years and years of trying this product and that product and this product and that product. And you may ask, like, why do I need multiple? Because this one is packed with antioxidants. This one's packed with fatty acids, antioxidants, vitamins, amino acids, omegas, lots of things. So while this one's a detox oil, this one goes on and really brightens your complexion more. Oils also penetrate your skin a lot better. Again, guys, I did a whole video on face oils. I will link it below if you have any questions. Now that's on, I go in with the star of the show. My Belief True Cream moisturizing balm and my fresh sea berry oil. I have been through so many of these, I can't get enough. So here it is. I like to take a dollop on the back of my nail like this. Put it on the back of my hand. I just kind of smear it on there. It doesn't have to be a rhyme or reason. And I'm going to put 3 drops in here. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to emulsify it. Just mix it up on the back of your hand. Now I'm going to pick that up with my finger. Dot, 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 dot. Then I take my hands, I rub it together on the back. Always, don't ever neglect moisturizing your hands or putting sunscreen on your hands. I look like a weirdo right now. And now I'm just going to rub this in. I like to go over my eye area. I find these creams very gentle. I don't believe in eye cream. Maybe some of you could tell me something I don't know, but I feel like it's basically, you might as well stick Preparation H underneath your eye. That's basically what it's doing. You're getting the same quality. Read the ingredients too, guys. Most of the time it's the same as most skincare, but again, you're getting 1/3 of the product for triple the price. Now I like to go on with my lip mask. I love this Bite Agave mask. Keeps my lips really hydrated, especially after all these liquid lipsticks I do. I know I look like a grease ball right now, and maybe that would bother you going to bed, but when I wake up in the morning, my skin will be like baby soft. So a few things I want to touch on, guys. Do not use multiple exfoliators at once. You would not want to use this all together, just one. You want it to be gentle and effective, not over the top. If you don't have a prescription strength retinol, this would suffice. You can't get over-the-counter retinoids. Rock has some, there are lots of over-the-counter ones. I prefer, since I never used an over-the-counter one, I only started when my doctor gave me one. Some insurances will cover this as well if you guys have health insurance. Otherwise, this is about $80 at the pharmacy when they call in your prescription and you go pick it up. I'm gonna do a whole video on dermal planing, which is basically shaving your face. I know that that sounds terrifying to a lot of people, but there are a bunch of old wise tales out there that, you know, people will tell you, oh, the hair will grow back darker. Well, the hair growth is controlled by the hair follicle underneath your skin, so that doesn't make sense. That's like my Nona telling me that, oh, when a baby's born, you shave their head and it'll grow, but their hair will grow back thick and gorgeous for the rest of their life. It's like, no, that's not right. If you guys want to hear some science and things behind that of why those are myths, again, I have a whole video on hair removal as well. I will link that below, but I will show you, I only have to do it about once every other month or so, so I don't really have anything. I mean, I'm trying to feel. I don't see any peach fuzz. I mean, it takes a lot longer to grow back, but I will do a video on that for you guys as well. So one thing I do want to touch on too is I've been trying to do a much better job at taking care of my chest up here. You guys can see, and you see in videos too, I'm blotchy. I'm always blotchy. I don't know why. It's just the way I am. I think I'm so light. And when I'm in the sun and I tan and I get dark, you'd never see that. But when I'm just my natural skin color, you can see it. This is a product called New Radiance. It's an instant cell exfoliator. This is by Skin Research Laboratories. This is pretty pricey, but this stuff is amazing. It does not have a great smell, but again, guys, skincare shouldn't. It should not smell good. If it smells good, be afraid, because that means there's perfumes in there. Fragrance will break down collagen production on your face. It's a constant irritant. I'm trying to cut all fragrance out of my skincare. Obviously, it'll still be in makeup, or I'll be rubbing like cat poop on my face, because like everything, I don't formulate the products, so you know, you gotta weigh the risks. This though is, you squeeze it out, it's a rougher texture. I don't use this on my face because I am very exfoliated and I don't want to overdo it. You can over exfoliate your face, which will look like burns. You'll turn into a pink tomato face, peeling, tenderness. You don't want that, and you could leave scars behind. This I use in the shower at night or in the morning. I put a pea size on there. I scrub it into my chest, and then I get under the water and I let it wash away. Now my chest feels super smooth and the texture of it has really been improving. So I do like this. Just want you guys to know my friend Angelica that works at this company did give this to me, so I didn't pay for it. It is available at Nordstrom, which is pretty expensive, but I love this product. You can use, this is meant to use on your face. It says use 2 to 3 times a week as needed. If you have very youthful young skin, this will be pointless for you. If you're in your late 20s, 30s, 40s, and on, this could be very beneficial to you, especially if you're really trying to break through that tough layer of skin on the outside. For any professionals that may be watching this, if you are in Northern California or Northern Nevada, you can purchase this through any of your reps that work with Independent Salon Services, ISS, up in the Bay here. I'm not being paid to talk about this, or I'm not sponsored by this at all. When I saw her at the show, she gave me that new lash that makes your eyelashes grow, and she gave me some of this to try too, and I love both of those products. That new lash stuff is amazing. I need to make sure I start using it regularly, because when I did, my eyelashes were super long. If I'm not high maintenance enough already, is I like to sleep with a face mask. I will link these below. I bought a few of these on Amazon, and if you can see, it's kind of raised up on the eyes, so it doesn't hit your eyelashes or anything like that, or put pressure on your eyes. What sleeping with an eye mask does too is it actually kind of helps keep the moisture in your skin, and it also helps when you're laying down. If you guys want to make sure you don't get any wrinkles ever on your face, sleep with silk or satin pillowcases. And then I just do this, and that's how I'll sleep. Do I look like the Fly? I feel like it. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys, and I will see you next time.